Alright, welcome back. This is episode 23 and the second part of our journey through Victory Road. As promised, I ran a few errands during the interim, one of which was getting a leaf stone, so let's go ahead and use that on Sia. And at last we will evolve her into Executor. What? Sia is evolving! It's funny, I kind of like Execute Sprite better than Executor, but Executor is definitely a much more powerful Pokemon. Very nice. A little goofy looking, but don't underestimate Executor. It is incredibly powerful and has one of the highest special stats in this game. I think it's tied with Alakazam for second place, behind only Mewtwo. Alright, so that's one thing done. I also went downstairs and grabbed the other item. It was a rare candy, so definitely glad I did. And yeah, besides that, I healed up, and now we are back. So let's continue our journey through Victory Road. We'll grab this item here, TM17. Not sure what that does, but I don't think we need it. Let's see, TM17 is Submission. Oh, okay. We actually bought that from the department store, but I guess I could have waited and got one later on, since honestly, I don't think we really used it much, if at all, on PAL, so probably should save the money, but oh well. Is what it is. So let's face this guy and see what type of trainer he is. Is Victory Road too tough? I don't think so. It's tough, but I like tough. And I definitely don't think it's too tough. Mr. Mime, that's a cool Pokemon. Haven't seen one of them in a bit. Now, unfortunately, he's probably going to try to do all kinds of barriers and light screens and all that stuff. Okay, Double Slap. Prove me wrong, why don't you? But I'm going to go for Dig anyway, just because it's going to do the most damage. Substitute. That's a move we haven't seen before. It's kind of a cool move, but also kind of a weird one. It uses up, I think, a quarter of your HP. It doesn't look like a quarter, it looks more like a fifth, but I thought it was a quarter. In later generations, I'm pretty sure it's a quarter. And it essentially uses that health to make a substitute. And the reason that's good is because it cannot be affected by status conditions. Oh, Meditate. I didn't realize that move was around since Gen 1. Also, why does Mr. Mime need higher attack? Not really. Oh, I guess Double Slap. Alright, fair enough. But I don't want it to have another free turn to make a substitute, so I'm just going to keep attacking it with Bite. I think that's probably the best strategy here. So Mr. Mime has some interesting high-level attacks, but there's Light Screen. But it no longer seems to have Barrier or Reflect, which is good for little Growlithe here. Alright. Took away a lot of my health, but we did get some XP from it. Well done. Thank you, Random Juggler. I appreciate the compliment. Let's use a fresh water. We do have 31 left. Might as well. Many trainers give up the challenge here. I would hope not. I mean, you come all this way, you get 8 gym badges, and then you give up in Victory Road? That'd be kind of a shame. I forgot to use a Repel. Let's see if we can one-shot this Machop. Yay, we can. Alright, some free XP. Hey, level 43. Mr. Mime must have got us fairly close. Alright, let's use one of our last 13 Super Repels. I did buy more Super Repels because, Super Repels are the best, like, step per dollar ratio, it turns out. Max Repels last longer, but they cost a lot more. And I do want to save money. Let's see, who this trainer is. Rumors of a child prodigy. Huh, you don't say. Interestingly enough, though, are they referring to me, or are they referring to Joe? Because he's also my age. Hey, look, an Executor! We got one of those, too. And also seems to be very good with Pokemon. In fact, I would probably argue that of all the rivals in all the games, none is as good as your rival from this game. Blue, or Gary, or whatever you want to call him. Wow, that did, like, no damage at all. And now we're asleep. That's not good. Like I was saying, Executor has a very high special attack. I wonder if Bite would do more damage. It's not super effective, it doesn't get stabbed, but I think Executor actually has a fairly low defense stat. And we are still asleep. This is not looking good for Little Sin here. Like I said, underestimate Executor at your own peril. Still asleep. Yeah, I think all Executor knows after it evolves, so in other words, all the Executors you face as enemies are Stomp, Barrage, and Hypnosis, which isn't the worst moveset in the world. Of course, it'd be easily defeated by a Ghost type, but we don't have any of those in our team. Alright, let's use Fire Blast. Executor is a Grass type. It has really good special, but should still deal a lot of damage. Yep. Alright, as long as he did not use Hypnosis. Honestly, of the 3 attacks, Barrage is probably the one I would have preferred him to use. Of course, he got pretty lucky there. Hit 4 times. But one more Fire Blast should finish off Executor. Swift probably would have done the trick too, but didn't really want to risk it. Alright, good job, Adden. Oh, that's right, it's only his first Pokemon. This is a really powerful Cool Trainer. Not bad at all. And hopefully Cloyster doesn't know Ice Beam. It probably knows Aurora Beam, though. So this could be tough as well. Critical hit. Very well done, Adden. That probably saved you a lot of damage right there. And level 45. Dragon Rage. That's tough. Dragon Rage is a cool move. It's the only Dragon-type move in this generation. But I think I'm going to pass because I'd rather have Swift for now. It'll probably do more damage in most scenarios. And level 45. Ooh, Arcanine. Yeah, really, yeah, Dragon Rage wouldn't do that much. Like, Seismic Toss or Nightshade would do more from level 41 onwards. Like I was saying before, Dragonair's moveset gives it super effective against 95 of the 150 or 151 Pokemon. And it came in handy here because we have super effective moves against all 3 of this Cool Trainer's Pokemon. Funnily enough, his Pokemon are really close to the ones your rival has that sort of alternate with his starter. The only difference is Cloyster. So if you start with Charizard, this guy and your rival will share 2 of the same Pokemon. But of course he uses Gyarados and not a Cloyster. I think in Yellow he actually uses Cloyster. The rumors were true. Yeah, in Yellow his team actually is not nearly as good as in my opinion. I think it has like Pharaoh, Max Revive. I guess that's useful. And I think we need this. Well, alright, that's right. We went upstairs, so we're actually in a different area now. But we might actually need that boulder. Alright, Veery, let's give Veery a shot. See how this goes. Trainers live to seek stronger opponents. Very true. But I think in Yellow he has like Magneton instead of Alakazam and Pharaoh. He might still have a Rhydon. And then I think it's... I don't really remember... I guess we'll use Rock Slide. I think it's super effective because it's part Bug type. I don't really remember what his like rotation is. Well, I guess he has an evolution. Either Jolteon, Flareon, or Vaporeon is his best. So maybe Magneton is in place of Jolteon then. Oh, a Dugong. Another cool Pokemon. And once again, Rock Slide will be super effective because Dugong is part Ice type. It's water and ice. The evolved form of Seal. I always like Dugong. It's a cool looking Pokemon. Not the best stat-wise, but it's okay. That might hurt a little bit. Ouch. More than I thought, actually. Luckily, Rock Slide hit. But yeah, I want to say it has like Ninetales, Cloyster, and Magneton as his 3 that he alternates. And then like Rhydon, Pharaoh, and... I don't know, maybe he still has Alakazam. Alright, Chansey, it's a good thing we have a physical attacker out. So we are going to use Earthquake. Should do a lot of damage to Chansey because Chansey has a ton of HP, but very little health. Also, fun fact, I might have said this. Its mouth there, I always thought it was like a mustache, like a, what was that guy's name? Not Hitler, the comedian guy. Charlie Chaplin. I always thought of it as like a Charlie Chaplin mustache, but it turns out it's actually just its mouth. Another one of those things that you can't really tell until you get the sprites on the big screen. Alright, so we can't go down there yet. Looks like we have another puzzle to solve. And let's push this rock up, because we're probably going to need this rock. I have a feeling. I do kind of like how tough Victory Road is, though. Like, we already have 1 Pokemon fainted and 2 others at half health. And we only have 5, because unfortunately, we need somebody who has strength. But, that is what it is. Pushing a rock takes a long time, but luckily Gyarados is pretty strong. It doesn't wear out. And I think you have to push it over 1 more. That's right, I remember this. I think you have to get it over here. Let's grab this item ball first. TM47, what is that? I honestly do not remember. Explosion, okay. I think Executor can learn Explosion? Not going to teach it. Yeah, but Executor can learn Explosion. That would do a lot of damage for sure, but it also makes my Pokemon faint, which means, in most cases, no XP. Is this a high-level Onix? It is a high-level Onix. That's pretty cool. We do have a Repel going, but I will gladly take the experience from this easy kill. Alright, goodbye Onix. Alright, so I guess we do need this boulder. And there are kind of two goals in Victory Road. Another high-level Onix. Sorry folks, not much I can do about that. I guess I could put like Sia up in the front if I wanted to really repel them, but I think Sia has enough XP, so let's keep Veery up there for now. One goal is to obviously exit the Victory Road at the Pokemon League, which we do want to do. But there is another goal as well, which you will see shortly. I'm not going to ruin the surprise for those of you who have never played through a Kanto game before. And it looks like we have to push this one more. Not too tough of a puzzle, but don't go down the stairs. That'll probably reset it. Any hidden items back here? Nope. Always like to check. Another Onix, or I assume it's an Onix. It is. Looks like Onix is the highest level Pokemon in this area of Victory Road. It's kind of a shame they didn't give Onix better stats. I really wish they did. It seems like a Pokemon that would be pretty powerful. Like, it doesn't evolve, at least in this generation. I mean, it's got plenty of weaknesses, so it's not like it would be too powerful. It's the best Pokemon of a gym leader. It's used by a member of the Elite Four, as we'll soon see. I really don't think it would have hurt to have given Onix, like, Scyther level stats. Obviously better defense than Scyther, but, you know. Somewhere around that stat total would have been nice. It has bad speed, so that's always holding it back. And probably low special. You think they would have made its health, its attack, and its defense, like, really high. But alright, let's see if that got rid of that square down here. I think it did. Hopefully we can avoid some more Onix as we go. Should I use a freshwater? I probably should. Oops, not on Sin. Let's use one on Veery, and I'll use another one on Adden as well. I feel like Adden is a pretty good catch-all Pokemon. Has a lot of resistances, very few weaknesses, only 2 in this game, I guess really 1. Oh, I see more cool trainers. I feel like this might be the way out of Victory Road, which is not really the way we want to go, but that's okay, we can always backtrack. Good to get some more XP in the meantime, though. 3 Pokemon. Bellsprout. That's kind of disappointing. I guess Earthquake is evenly effective. Bad against grass, good against poison. Not sure what message we'll get, though. Super effective, yeah. It's not really super effective, though. Yeah, I had a feeling she would have Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, and Victreebel. There was a trainer in the anime, I remember, at the Pokemon League that just had a Bellsprout as, like, her best Pokemon. Put up a really good fight, too, if I recall. And Victreebel. Good old Victreebel. I think we've seen one of these before, but I don't really remember. Might have been like another cool trainer somewhere that had one. And, alright, decent amount of damage. Ah, Sleep Powder. Well, we have Sleep Powder too, so I can't really complain, but definitely a good move. This cool trainer's playing smart. Sleep Powder and then Razor Leaf is probably what I would have done as well. And Veery is Poison and Ground. Poison resists grass, but ground is weak to it. So it says it's not very effective, but from what I've read on the wiki, the message is often incorrect when it comes to double typing. And it actually gets calculated the way it should. Another crit, of course. I think this might be the end for Veery. Yep. Alright, she put up a good fight, but this cool trainer is playing very well. Credit where credit is due. And Sin is our fire type, but Sin is also unconscious. You know what I'm going to do here? I can't remember if Victreebel is fast or not. It might be, though. So let's bring out Adden and go for the Fire Blast. I was going to go for Ice Beam, but I'm worried Victreebel would be faster. And if it got a Sleep Powder or a Razor Leaf off on Blastoise, that would not be good. Alright, another one bites the dust. You're furious. You've painted one of my Pokemon. Alright, how about this guy? Only the Chosen can pass here. Yeah, I do feel like this is the way out, from what I recall. But we shall see. Kingler! Another cool Pokemon. And I also thought another sprite that I misread. I always thought like these were like its really high shoulder blades like sticking off, but of course these are really their pincers. Like I thought these were like a part of its front legs, and it had like these big things behind it. Like these were connected. Does that kind of make sense? But yeah. Again, in retrospect, Kingler appears much differently than I thought it did. All right, let's go for Mega Kick. Did not do much damage. Kingler has pretty good defense, I guess. Battle of the water types here. Vice Grip. Forgot about that move. Guillotine, okay. Now, Guillotine is one of those one-hit KO moves. Guillotine, Fissure, and Horn Drill. And then they later add Sheer Cold. Oh, another water type. And we're down to one Mega Kick. That's not good. Let's see how it goes. I think Tentacruel has pretty good defense. Unfortunately, the rest of our moves are not very effective. So, let's go with Surf. I guess I could switch, but I don't want to give Tentacruel a free attack. Another Constrict. But the thing about those one-hit KO moves is that they can only affect Pokemon... In later gens, it's only Pokemon that are at the same or lower level than you. In this game, I think it might also be based on speed, though. Not sure about that, but I feel like that might be one of those weird things that was based on speed. Only in Gen 1. Alright, good job, Blastoise. And another water Pokemon, Blastoise versus Blastoise. Well, this is not good. We can use Submission at least. X attack. Uh-oh. We could be in trouble here, running out of Pokemon. I might have to use a Revive out of battle. Another X attack. Now, I don't know what physical attacks Blastoise has. Probably, yeah, Skull Bash. That's gonna hurt. Alright. Brace yourself, Blastoise. This is gonna do a lot of damage. Will we survive? After 2 X attacks, I'm gonna say probably not. We did! Blastoise must have really good defense. Good job, buddy. Blastoise versus Blastoise, and ours came out ahead. That was a good fight, though. I don't believe it. Yeah, you and me both. That was good. Alright, I'm going to use some more fresh waters, though, because we are down to... Well, we got 3 Pokemon. I guess we're not that bad off. Let's actually switch out Adden. And Sia has Sleep Powder at level 48. I think we'll probably be okay. And I don't know how many trainers are left. I assume at least 1. So that takes us back that way. And... Interesting. Alright, so that we can't go that way. But we can jump down this hole. The question is, should we? Let's do it, see what happens. Well, another high-level Pokemon. Yep, another Onyx. Always getting in the way. There's another place we'll visit sometime in the next couple episodes that also has one of these really complicated rock puzzles. This one's easier, I think. One we'll do later is probably the hardest in the game, but I think we can figure it out. Alright, so maybe this is the way out, because we get this boulder down here, and then we can push it. I think you have to push it over this way. You have to use strength again, though. Yeah, it's kind of coming back to me. But I think what we're probably going to do is finish off Victory Road, get to the Pokemon League, that way I can heal up, and then we can come back and do anything else we need to do here. Finding items, or defeating trainers, or one other very special thing that I am looking forward to. And I'm sure those of you who have played this game, or watch other Let's Plays, know what it is. TM05, what does that do? A lot of TMs in here. It contains Mega Kick, another move that we would have gotten eventually, but we have used Mega Kick quite a bit over our journey, so I'm glad I bought that one. Alright, yep, this is definitely the end. I recall this area. Oh hey, full restore. See, always check those lone rocks. You never know what you might find. And we did it, guys. We have made it through Victory Road. Once again, the scary music picks up. Indigo Plateau, the ultimate goal of trainers. One last little maze here. I always like this area. Just kind of a cool little place. Repel's effect wore off, but that's okay. I like the idea that a bunch of trainers would get to this area and like not be able to solve this little tiny stupid maze and be like, oh, guess I should go home. I could defeat Victory Road and 8 gym leaders, but I couldn't defeat the silly maze. And here we are. Yo, champion making, I forgot he was here. At Pokemon League, you have to face the Elite Four in succession. If you lose, you have to start all over again. This is it. Go for it. This is a pretty cool combination Pokemon Center / Pokemart. The original Pokemon Center / Pokemart. Alright, everybody is healed up. Not going to get run out yet, though, because I think we do need strength still. A lot of good items here that you can get before fighting the Pokemon League. I'll probably buy some of those. Ooh, and vending machines. No sodas, though, unfortunately. Alright, well, we will be back to take on the Pokemon League, of course. I remember back in the day when the 8th gym leader's identity really was mysterious. I might have said this before, but it also might have been in my other Let's Play. All my friends and I, you know, were like discussing theories as to who it could be. And I remember there was like one person who said like, oh, the 8th gym leader is this weird guy called Elite Four, I heard. It's funny how rumors get started. And I remember asking my mom, like, Mom, what does Elite mean? Because I knew what 4 meant. And she had to tell me, oh, it means like, you know, the best at something. So I was like, oh, okay. Obviously the Elite Four is not the 8th gym leader, because we didn't even know about the Pokemon League at that point. We just thought there were 8 gym leaders and that was it. But once you defeat the 8 gym leaders, then you get to go on to the Pokemon League. Alright, so we have to figure out where this other puzzle is. Obviously... Now, there was another ladder I saw over there that we didn't want to take. But now we probably should. And it's good that they put these boulders here so you can go backwards, because otherwise you would be stuck. And have to enter again by the other way. Oh, and that's right. Didn't use another Super Repel, did I? My bad. And Adden is up front. Alright, let's just use a quick surf, because it's probably almost as fast to kill this Geodude and get the XP as it would be to just run away. But I will use a Repel after we get out of here. Alright, item, Super Repel. And what about this rock? Have we used this rock? I don't even know. No, this rock we put over here, but I think that was just to go somewhere else. I don't think that was where we need to go. Alright, we haven't faced this guy yet. Let's put Sin back in the front. He could definitely use some more XP. We saw this guy before, but we couldn't get to him. If you can get through here, you can go meet the Elite Four. Meet them. I want to beat them. Become the champion of Kanto. Hey, a super nerd. Or a Pokemaniac, rather. Super nerds are the ones that are, like, sitting on the ground. Might be the last one we face, too. Alright, this is pretty good for us. I wonder if I should have used Reflect first. Might have been smart, but we'll see. Since we know a ground-type attack. Lapras! Alright, that's... I didn't realize there was a Lapras you could fight before the Elite Four. This could be bad for little Sin. Confuse Ray. I hate Confuse Ray. That did nothing. Luckily, Ice Beam is not very effective, but it's still a really good move, and it gets Stab. Lapras is one of the strongest Pokemon in this generation. Don't think Bite's going to do that much either. Confuse Ray. If I was smart, I would probably switch, but I believe in Sin. Come on, boy, you can do it. Another Confuse Ray, not really useful, at least for him. Critical hit, good job. Body Slam, that's going to hurt. Oh, and we're paralyzed, oh no. Okay, missed, that's not too bad. But we are paralyzed and confused. Oh, and that is the end of Sin. It's alright. It was a good try. Let's bring out... Let's bring out Pal. We do know Submission, and we do resist its Ice Beam attack. And Submission, being a fighting type attack, will be super effective against the Ice type Lapras. This is one of the reasons I got Submission. And a Lickitung, another cool Pokemon we haven't seen before. I don't remember. Oh, I probably should have used Submission there. I'm not sure how Lickitung's special stat and defense stat compare. I think both would do a lot. Alright, defense curl, now let's use Surf, because it'll definitely take it out. But, Submission would have been probably a one-hit KO, being super effective. Then again, we would have taken recoil damage anyway, so I guess it turns out Surf was the better choice. Alright, and that goes back to the start. Oh, that actually wasn't that hard. We are already where I wanted to go. Guard spec, don't need that. Alright guys, so here's the bird we saw before. And this is not just any bird, this is the legendary Pokemon Moltres. And this is the reason that I wanted to get Executor evolved and learning Sleep Powder. Moltres is one of the 4 legendary Pokemon that you can find in this game. 5 if you include Mew, but I guess Mew is technically mythic now. But yeah, this is a level 50 Pokemon, so it's going to be tough to catch. And it's also Fire and Flying, both of which our only Sleeper is weak to. Yeah! But we are going to give it a shot. And I did buy 10 Ultra Balls. And we still have some Great Balls too. And if we run out, I did save the game, as I'm sure you noticed. Look at that back spray, that is just so weird looking. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Fire Spin, that's not good. Fire Spin is like the fire type version of Wrap. One of my least favorite moves, and it's super effective. Of course, if Sia faints, I don't know. Maybe I should just restart this fight. But I'll give it a try, because you never know when you might get a lucky throw and catch Moltres off the bat. Alright, Peck is also super effective. Come on, just one Sleep Powder. You know what I really should have done? I actually meant to do this, but I forgot. I was going to weaken Moltres first, and then bring an Executor to put it to sleep. Because now we have to waste some of its sleeping turns to weaken it. So that was not really good thinking. Bad Aravail. Still fast asleep. Alright, now I don't think it can survive a third Psychic. Oh, that's close. Let's try an Egg Bomb, though. It can probably survive another Egg Bomb. And in fact, you know what I might do? Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. I'm gonna be a little risky here, because I think it's gonna wake up soon, and I could get one really good Ultra Ball throw, but I'd rather keep it asleep so it can't kill my Executor. And because it has to use up its turn waking up, and can't do anything else. Alright, guess I would have had 2 free turns there. I'm gonna keep using Sleep Powder until it wakes up, because it is faster. I guess I would have had 3 free turns there. And there is, of course, a 25% chance that the strategy backfires and I miss. Wow, how long is this thing asleep for? Okay, it hit. Good, okay. I was really worried there. Alright, let's go ahead and use an Ultra Ball. This is like as close as it gets. It must have like 2 or 3 health points left. Oh, and it still escaped. Oh, and it woke up! That is not what I wanted to happen. Alright, let's go for Sleep Powder. Fire Spin, oh no! Alright, I guess the good news here is that we can't attack during Fire Spin. Critical hit, great. But I think we can use items. And I don't know if I have a full restore, but I kind of wanted to save that. Let's just use, what's that, Firestone. I guess we do have Fresh Waters, let's use them. Because I really want to keep Sia alive here through this Fire Spin. Another crit? No, not a crit, just did a lot of damage. This is not good. Alright, Peck. I'm gonna have to hope it uses, like, I don't know what it could use. Survive, Sia, please survive! Oh, not quite. Alright, well, the bad news is our only Pokemon with a sleep move is defeated. I guess I could use a Revive, but let's just start throwing some Ultra Balls and see what happens. Hopefully oh, you missed the Pokemon! Wow, its catch chance is so low that, it didn't even get inside the Pokeball. That's something that I think only happens in Gen 1. Is it going to happen every time now? Does that mean I have like no chance of capturing it without putting it to sleep? Wow, do I have to revive? Yeah, I guess so. I'm going to keep missing otherwise. That is really surprising that even at that low HP, Moltres won't even get inside the Pokeball. Okay, I do have 4 revives at least. So let's revive Sia. And I am going to use some fresh waters to heal her up. That way, when we bring her back to fight, she can hopefully get off a good sleep powder or two. Alright, all healed up. And is there even a point to throwing more balls at this point? I don't really know. Let's, I mean, I guess we can try it. Let's use a great ball, though. It probably won't even get into ball, but no. I know the way the equations work, they're kind of weird in this generation. There are actually a few scenarios. Let's play the Poke Flute just to waste a turn. Now that's a catchy tune. I remember this being a strategy. I forgot about the Poke Flute being a free way to waste your turns. Alright, yes, definitely going to bring out Sia again. Get him, Sia! Literally, get him. Alright, we still have 10 sleep powders left. Okay, it missed, good. Oh, our attack missed too. Peck isn't that bad. Does it only know Peck and Fire Spin? I think it actually might. Alright, perfect. And this is really like as good as it gets when you're catching a Pokemon. It can't be much closer than this. Come on. And we got it! Alright guys, we have caught our first legendary bird, our first legendary Pokemon in this game. The legendary Firebird Moltres, the flame Pokemon. Known as the legendary bird of fire, every flap of its wings creates a dazzling flash of flames. How's that for alliteration? We're not going to use Moltres though. It is a pretty good Pokemon, but I'm glad we caught it though. It's kind of one of those iconic Pokemon I really wanted to get. But alright, you know what we can do now, and this is something, I sold my escape ropes because I realized this. We have Sin, who knows Dig, which means anytime we want to return to the last Pokemon Center from a cave or, I think it works in Pokemon Mansion too. You can just use Dig, and it works just like an escape rope, and takes you back to the last Pokemon Center you used, which in this case is Victory Road. In later games it takes you to the cave entrance, but in these games it takes you right here. Alright, but of course, Moltres is only one of 3 legendary birds, and I want to catch all of them before doing the Pokemon League just because, I don't know, it's fun, it's going to take us to some locations we haven't been to yet. Might as well explore the game a little more before our grand finale. So I'm going to do that in the upcoming episodes, and there is one more thing that I'm going to do, and you guys may have noticed it if you were watching very carefully. I bought some extra TMs. TM number 15. And TM number 15, of course, is Hyper Beam, the most powerful move, besides Self-Destruct and Explosion, in this game. And Hyper Beam is really good in Gen 1, because in this game, if you defeat another Pokemon using Hyper Beam, you don't have to recharge. Normally, you have to recharge when using Hyper Beam, which makes it a good move, but not one you really see that often. But because of that weird little, not really a glitch, kind of just a weird little benefit there, it makes a really good finisher move and is a very good filler move for your fully evolved Pokemon. Obviously, Sin and Adden are not fully evolved, so they cannot learn Hyper Beam. But I figured I am going to teach it to some of our Pokemon. I have 2 of the TMs so far. So let's teach it to Pal. We are going to replace Mega Kick. And Mega Kick is really good. But Mega Kick only has 120 base power. And Hyper Beam has 150. And I think Mega Kick has like 75% accuracy. Hyper Beam has 90. The only downside to Hyper Beam is, like I said, it has to recharge. But very few things can survive a Hyper Beam attack, especially if they're already weakened. So, and if you kill them, you don't have to recharge. Also, if it misses, you also don't have to recharge. Alright, there are also some other weird things, like if you kill a substitute with Hyper Beam, you don't have to recharge. But I don't think we're going to see many substitutes. I'm honestly surprised we saw even one substitute in this playthrough. And let's teach Sia as well, because it is almost twice as good as Egg Bomb. And actually, no, it's not. Egg Bomb is 100 base power. So Egg Bomb is 100, Hyper Beam is 150, but again, Egg Bomb has 75 power, Hyper Beam has 150. So my goal here is actually to teach all of our Pokemon Hyper Beam. And for that, we're going to need 3 more TMs. Luckily, Dragonite and Dragonair can learn it by leveling up, so that'll save us 1 TM. But we still need 1 for Tauros, who actually gets stabbed from Hyper Beam, so that is going to be insanely powerful. 1 for Sin once he evolves into Arcanine, and 1 for Veery to replace Body Slam. Body Slam is a really good move, but Hyper Beam is just so much more powerful that I figure I'm going to just go for it. Plus, it's kind of a cool theme, having a full team of Hyper Beam users, and it's not a bad move in this gen, like I said. It's actually something that if you play Pokemon Stadium, I think the first one, I don't know about the second one, when you face Lance in those games, all of his Pokemon know Hyper Beam. It's kind of like his signature move. So kind of a nice homage to Lance to teach all of our Pokemon one of the best moves in this entire game. But the downside is the only way to get Hyper Beam is to buy it with 5,500 game coins. And obviously game coins, you can either gamble, which takes forever, or you can buy it with money, which is a little bit easier. So that's the reason I've been saving up all of these Poké Dollars. And unfortunately, we only have about 70k at the moment. So I was kind of thinking there are two things I could do here. One would be to sit at the game corner all day long and keep saving every time you win a bunch of coins and then restarting if you lose. But that would take forever. The other thing would be to use Payday, which is a way you can get money over and over again. That too would take quite a long time. I still might do that, but we'll see. But the other way, and the obvious way to get money in this game, is to beat the Elite Four over and over again. However, teaching my Pokemon Hyper Beam after we beat the Elite Four is kind of useless because they're the final opponents in this game. So I want to teach it to them before we take them on. So what I thought about doing, and what I'm probably going to end up doing between episodes, is I'm actually going to take on just the first member of the Elite Four, beat her just to get her money, and then purposefully lose the second battle. Now, when you lose the second battle, you do lose half of the money you have. But if I convert my money to coins between each Pokemon battle, then I get lots of real easy XP from defeating the first Elite Four member, and I'll still get about 2,500 per go. So that's not a bad rate. It'll probably be faster than using Payday or gambling at the game corner, and it's also a way to train up my Pokemon. So two birds, one stone. The other way that people usually train up their Pokemon is just to go into Victory Road again and fight wild Pokemon over and over again. That's the method I pretty much use like every single time when I was playing these games. But on occasion I did battle the Elite Four and purposefully lose just for some easy and fun XP. So that's what I'm going to do, but you guys will see me again after a few of those rounds when I've trained up our Pokemon a little bit. And like I said, before we defeat the Elite Four, we will head to two more really cool dungeons in this game and capture those last two legendary birds. So I'm pretty excited for that. Hopefully you guys are too. Be sure to stay tuned because we have a few really exciting episodes as we conclude our journey through Pokemon Red.